recently had a situation with a long-term client who had a very complicated situation arrive. I knew the client well, and while I'm broadly trained over a wide range of areas, I felt I needed something beyond myself just to make sure we got this right. So I contacted my frontline supervisor, who was readily available, and he and I kicked this whole matter around. We came to what we felt was a good, appropriate course of action. But because the securities industry is so tightly regulated, I asked if I could go ahead and contact the Chief Compliance Officer and the Chief Financial Officer of United Planners and run this by them. He said he thought it was a good idea. So I typed up a synopsis, and I sent it off to them along with a suggested course of action on my part. Now, we're all really busy people, and I thought this would take up many days for them to get back to me. Boom! The next day, I had a response, and which it was clear that they had given this a considerable amount of thought, and they green-lighted the course of action I had suggested. I got with the client, we dealt with the matter, everyone was satisfied. This was a situation that could have become an enormous time eater for both me and my office staff. But instead, because people were readily accessible, because people actually listened to me, and people gave it good thought, and we all worked together, this really complicated matter was completely simplified to everyone's satisfaction. As financial advisors, we work with people and their money. As a result, these can be significant stress points for people in their lives. It's no secret that a huge stressor point for most people is money. So when people reach out to me and they're stressed out, it's good that I'm widely trained in a variety of areas, and I have worked with people over decades. So usually I can reduce the stress for them and get them satisfied. However, on those times when they ask me something that's really a little bit beyond my comfort zone, it's very comforting to me to know that I've got a team behind me that I can reach out to. I think it's also comforting to know that we help them meet their financial goals in a way that reduces the stress in their already very stressed lives. As financial advisors, we work with people in areas that are stress points for their lives. It's no secret that money managers can be extreme stressors for people. When I get a phone call from a client who is stressed, because I'm trained in a wide range of areas, and I've worked with clients for a long time, generally, we can handle the matter ourselves. But no one knows the answer to all issues. And when I get a phone call from someone and it's in an area that is a little beyond my expertise, it's a comfort to me to know that I have a team behind me that I can rely on. At my prior broker-dealer, this is very problematic. I would call, I'd be on hold for a very, very long time. And then when I got through to someone, they'd be part of a team that was more or less a triage team. And they would decide what team above them should handle this question. The problem was, this is very slow. I'd wait several days to get any kind of response from someone, and I'd wonder if I'd been forgotten about. So I'd call, get the same team again, they get someone usually different. We'd have to start over at square one, reinvent the wheel, and they would send it up to the team again. This whole time, I'm waiting, and my stressed client is waiting. I'd call the client back and say, I haven't forgotten about you. I'm just waiting on an answer. It was frustrating for me. It was frustrating for my client. At United Planners, this has been entirely different. I can't think of a situation that when a client called in an area that's beyond my expertise, that I was able to contact United Planners and knowing who to call and the fact they respond to me quickly, we were able to get this resolved quickly and easily. I called United Planners, they gave me the answer, I called the client back, problem resolved, stress was reduced. It's very comforting as a financial advisor to know that I can work with people to help them meet their financial goals, but I can also work with them to meet their financial goals that reduces the stress in their already very stressful lives.